Hey everyone, it's Luca from IFA again, this time with some clarity on the month of September. Every year, as summer fades away into cooler weather, the seasonal saying known as the September effect resurfaces and warns us of rocky waters ahead. Now, there's several theories why alarmists suggest September should be feared, but many are rooted in the fact that September has historically seen poor returns on average. Now, understanding temptation to avoid any and all potential market downside, wouldn't we all be so lucky? Context is going to be important here. And mindlessly following an overly simplistic and backward-looking analysis, such as the September effect or sell in May and walk away, can come with material risk for long-term investors. We've been hearing it a lot, especially around this month. Is September really that bad for stocks? Anti-September investors point out that historically, the month has been bad. Indeed, since reliable market data began, September is not only the worst average month, but the only month to average negative returns at around negative 0.8. Analysts also point out that September has seen notable examples of market declines, including the 30% fall in 1931 amid the Great Depression, the worst month on record. While historical facts are just that, it's important to consider the facts in the right context. By definition, average return data includes all observations and outliers, like the Great Depression example I just gave. Is it possible to see another nearly 30% drop in a single month, regardless of which month it is? Sure, it's possible. Is it very likely? History suggests otherwise. Despite the negative reputation, September's returns have been slightly more frequently positive at 51% than negative 49%, which I know is a coin flip. While less frequently positive than other months, that reinforces the belief that selling out in September is hardly guaranteed to be a good decision. Additionally, many of September's worst returns occurred during pre-existing bear markets, with fundamental causes having nothing to do with September, the month itself. I mentioned the Great Depression, but consider the effect of the tech bubble in the early 2000s, or the Great Financial Crisis from 2007 to 2009. Those events weren't intentional, obviously, but they contributed to September's less than rosy reputation. Some people see a pattern, but the struggles of September really seem to be less than designed. Stocks don't care about calendar years, what month it is, or what shoes you're wearing, even if you're wearing any shoes. They move on the disconnect between economic realities and investor expectations, keeping an eye on any risks and opportunities that any developments may bring. So, unless you have a strong fundamental reason to be out of the market for any period, regardless of which month it is, the opportunity cost of short-term market timing is still too high and never works. Moreover, markets are efficient in part because investors constantly seek an edge, an advantage. If there was a good reason stocks consistently performed poorly in September, investors would respond by selling well beforehand, which would push the downturn to late August instead. Investors would take notice, that cycle would continue until no trace of seasonal pattern actually remained. It would take care of itself. So, maybe this September turns out to be negative, maybe it doesn't. You can't know today, but it doesn't really matter. The belief in calendar-based stock strategies like the September effect, sell in May, or even the Santa Claus rally assumes that past performance can predict future returns, which of course it can't, because the market efficiently unites widely known information and seasonal trends can't predict future money market movements reliably. If a calendar-based forecasting tool does have predictive power, efficient markets have already considered it, which saps any and all potential advantage that someone might have. Efficient market hypothesis. So I hope this eased a little bit of the stress around September. We hope you found this information helpful. If not, again, just to ease a little bit of the angst surrounding this month in particular. So until next time, thanks for tuning in, and we're looking forward to seeing you in the office again real soon. Take care.